We are going to do a little bit different in this question, and we are drawing the graph of y equals negative 2 times x squared. We will graph this quadratic function, but we can give any values of x or we can place any values of x instead of x. We can give any numbers. We can pick any numbers in the previous questions, but in this question we just pick the numbers in between negative 2 and 2. So let's start when x is negative 2, y equals negative 2 times negative 2 squared, and please notice here I'm using parentheses for negative numbers to not get confused. Negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. Let me write clearly negative 2 times negative 2. So negative 2 times negative 2 will be 4 times, here is negative 2, it stays negative 2. So y equals negative 2 times 4. So y will be negative 8. When x is negative 2, y will be negative 8. When x is negative 2, y will be negative 8. So when this is another limit, let's say when x is 2, y will be negative 2 times 2 squared, so y will be negative 8. So when x is 2, y will be negative 8. So I recommend you guys, please pause the video and try to find when x is 0, y will be what? Yes, y will be 0. When x is negative 1, can I give negative 1 instead of x? Yes, because negative 1 is in between negative 2 and 2. Can I give negative 5 instead of x? No, I cannot give negative 5 instead of x because negative 5 is not in between negative 2 and 2. So let's say when x is negative 1, y will be negative 2. When x is 1, y will be negative 2. But these 3 points, 0 and 0, negative 1 and negative 2, 1 and negative 2, please do it yourself. Please pause the video and try to find y by yourself. Now it's the time to plot the points negative 2 and negative 8. The second point 2 and 8. The third point 0 and 0. The fourth point is negative 1 and negative 2. The fifth point is 1 and negative 2. Let's plot the points on this coordinate plane. Negative 2. Put your finger on x-axis. Negative 2. So move down. Yes, move down, and you plot the points. Just that's it. This is your first point. What about second point? 2 and 8. 2 and negative 8. I think it's negative 8. Yes. Let's correct it. 2 and negative 8. So 2 and move down, it's gonna be negative 8, will be here. Yes, it's here. Second point. The third point is 0 and 0. The point is here. The fourth point is negative 1 and negative 2. Negative 1 and negative 2. Negative 2, yes, here. The fifth point is 1 and negative 2. 1 and negative 2 is here. Now I'm going to draw the line. I'll not come from downward. I'll just start from starting point, which is negative 2. This is my starting point. I draw my line passing through these points, and it will be curved line, smooth line. It goes to the end point. The end point is 2 and negative 8 is my end point. So as you see, this line will not go down. This line will not go down because it stops on this point. It starts on this point. It's really important. This line is in between negative 2 and negative 2 and 2. So please notice here and pay attention here. Don't forget it. I want this line to stop on this point and start in this point, on this point. This is very important. You can determine the points, like you can determine starting point and ending point. It's up to you. Thank you.